Hello, and welcome back to Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today we are going to be talking about feeding our indoor plants. So we're going to be feeding a few of our plants today. This one right here, this is a Bossa Nova begonia, and I did this one from cuttings, and I wasn't 100% sure how big the tubers got on it. So I decided to let it grow all winter, and we're going to give it some food here to keep it going so it has food to keep growing. So this is what we're going to be using right here. The Osmocote Plus outdoor and indoor. And we're not going to give them too much. We're only going to give them a little bit. And I'm not really too worried about the blooms on them because I want to focus more on getting them established. So I do wear gloves when I feed my stuff because I just don't want to get the plant food on my hands. So we're going to give them a little bit of food here. And one thing that you want to make sure when you feed your plants is that you do not feed a dry plant, because you will burn, you will have the potential to burn your plants, and we don't want to do that. Another thing that you want to do is you want to keep the plant food, when you put it down, you want to keep it away from the stems. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're just kind of giving it a little bit. We're not giving it too much. See, little plant food here. And it probably has some other stuff coming up with it. This is a purple Sylvania that planted itself in. I'm just going to let it go. I'll get some seeds off of it later. And I'm just going to kind of rake it in here a little bit. This is a fork that's been bent. I have a smaller one somewhere. I'm not 100% sure what happened to it. In the process of moving some stuff around. So we're just kind of going to rake them in here a little bit, not too much. And then we will water this. I think my hand's actually going to do better here. Sorry about that. Put them in there some. No, that's a bad stem there. Get rid of that. I'm going to kind of just break this in here some. And we're going to keep it away from the stems. Here's this one here. See this one here? That one there? I don't want it that close to the stems. So I'm going to move it away, because I don't want to damage stems. Another thing that you can feed your begonias, if you would like, and I do use this too, is you can do a 1/4 teaspoon of Miracle-Gro to a gallon of water, and you can feed your begonias with that. That really works well too. I use that mostly outside. I do sometimes use it in here, but I'm just going to use the Osmocote. It lasts for 6 months, so that's going to do us pretty good. And because we're not feeding too heavy, because I don't want to burn anything, should be fine for us. So we're going to water this. Actually water it right now. And we're going to water it. The water runs out the bottom. I'm going to give it some water here. And another thing that you want to do is you want to write down when you fed your stuff. So that way then you know when you fed it, what you fed it. You can measure it out if you want to. I really didn't measure it out because, like I said, I'm not feeding them too much. I'm just feeding them a little bit. water it till water runs out the bottom. And then we're also going to be feeding our geranium back here. This is a Zonal Geranium. I've had this thing for years. It's a beautiful orange color when it blooms. It's a Rocky Mountain Zonal Geranium. And we're going to be giving it a little bit of food. So I have my little tray over here. I have my food in it. And I don't want to give it too much. I only want to give it a little bit. So we're just going to kind of sprinkle it in some. Not too much. And then we're going to water that as well. I don't know if you can see it under there. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, like I said, we don't give it too much, just a little bit. I'm going to kind of move it around a little bit here so more spots get food. And again, you want to make sure that you keep it away from the stems. You don't want it to lay against the stems. So, that one there that we did. We're going to water that one. Got our little watering can here. I really like this little one. It's a half a gallon. But it's really nice with the pour spout on it. So it's one of my things that I like to use in my gardening stuff. And actually, there's no geranium there, it's going to bloom. So that's nice. And we have another one back here that we're going to feed. And this one here is a Mosquito Plant, also known as a scented geranium. It has the citronella scent to it. So we're going to give this one here a little bit of food too. And again, I'm not using too much. You can see here about how much I'm using. It's not even much at all. But it is going to feed him some. And again, we're going to make sure that it stays away from the stems, because we don't want to damage our stems or anything. So, there we go. And I kind of shushed it in some. You can really smell the citronella fragrance from it. It definitely has a smell to it. Give it just a little bit more here. There we go. Not too much, but enough to give them some food. And then we're going to water those in. And that's how we feed our indoor plants. I don't even think I gave them, I maybe gave them a half a teaspoon or a fourth a teaspoon. Really didn't give them too much. I know on the package it says 1 capful per 2-gallon container, or 4 square foot. You do half that rate for your indoor stuff, but I just I feed mine a lot less than that. I don't know why they didn't include a chart for it. Maybe they have one online. I had looked before, I couldn't really find one, so I just kind of go with what's been working for me. So I hope you have a nice day. If you like my video, please comment, like, subscribe. You can kind of see what's growing under the light under here. And I hope you have a nice day. Oh, if you have a question, you can leave it below. I'll try and answer it for you. Okay? Bye.